For the first time in 7 years, the Major League Baseball postseason takes center stage at Wrigley Field with the Wrigley faithful. Memories of Cubs greats all around this hallowed ground. Some Cubs greats of the future hoping to make their mark against a hungry San Diego team. The postseason is about to get underway. He's one of the best left-handed pitchers in the National League, and Ben, that is the All-Star Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, having a career year in his 11th big league season. Career high 14 wins, career best 3.21 ERA, and he loves the friendly confines. How about at home here at Wrigley Field? 15 starts, 12-1 with a 2.51 ERA.
On 3-2, Tatis grounds the ball to Dansby Swanson. Former Gold Glover at short cleans it up for the leadoff out of the postseason.
One out, nobody on for Luis Arraez.
There's a fly ball to left, should be routine for Happ. Waiting and making the catch. Out number 2, no score, just underway. Manny Machado comes up, lines one, caught by Shaw at third. One third baseman lines out to the other. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for Matthew Boyd.
Right-hander Nick Pivetta is going for San Diego. 13-5, 2.87 ERA.
It's Nick Pivetta making only his second career postseason start. 1-0 pitch is in the air, deep to center field. Merrill's back, shielding his eyes, onto the track, and in left center, he's there to make the catch. One away as Bush gave it a ride, and perhaps on another day at Wrigley Field, that one would have been into the basket. Here is Nico Horner, the second baseman.
There's a ground ball into right field, base hit.
He's got the first hit of this wild card series, appropriately so for the Cubs hits leader.
Happ, the switch hitter, batting left-handed.
2-2 is taken on the inside corner, strike 3 call, perfectly placed by Pivetta.
And this is one of the big question marks coming into the series. Jess, we've seen not many better all-around players in baseball the last few years than Kyle Tucker, but only 3 games back from a calf strain, still not healthy enough to play the field.
Swung on and missed, strike 3, 96 up and out of the zone, and back-to-back strikeouts for Nick Pivetta.
Jackson Merrill, last year's Rookie of the Year.
Merrill hits one in the air up the right field line. Long run, Suzuki not going to get there. It dumps down a fair ball. Merrill's going to try for 2. Suzuki's throw, no shot. And a hustle double for Jackson Merrill to begin the second inning.
It's a slider that really never broke back over the middle of the plate, so it ends up jamming him, but it works to perfection for Jackson. And because he was sniffing double out of the box, there really wasn't a play at second as he begins the second inning with a leadoff double.
So a man at second, Xander Bogaerts the batter.
Bogaerts to left center field. That ball is blistered by Xander Bogaerts. One hop off the ivy. Forget moving the guy up on a routine grounder. Bogaerts scores Merrill on a double and takes third on the wayward throw. San Diego strikes first in the wild card, and Xander Bogaerts, back from a fractured foot, is right back in the swing of things.
They crack things open here early. Xander jumping all over the 2-2 heater, splits the left center field alley.
So a double by Merrill, a double by Bogaerts. The error goes to Crow Armstrong. And that means the infield is in against Ryan O'Hearn.
Now a ground ball to short. Dansby Swanson makes a diving play to rob O'Hearn of a hit and rob San Diego of a run.
Beautiful play by Dansby Swanson. He saved a run and took a base hit away from O'Hearn. And Boyd trying to limit the damage to only 1 run as he goes to work on Jake Cronenworth.
Padres will look to create some 2-out magic here.
Bouncing ball over the mound, fielded by Swanson, throws him out. The Padres do get 1. They had a man at third with a run in and nobody out, and Boyd did an excellent job.
Seiya Suzuki leads off, bottom of the second inning against Nick Pivetta. Swings, hits it in the air to left center, not deep at all. Merrill having a charge in, dives forward and makes the catch. Long run for Jackson Merrill, and he makes the play for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning.
No work, no doubt about it that wind was the reason he had to come so far in.
Look how far he's got to come for this too. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You got the sun, you got all the factors. I mean, he came a long way to finish this off.
Jackson Merrill had to make the adjustment, but a sliding catch nonetheless for out number 1.
Carson Kelly steps in, 1-0 Padres, second inning.
Kelly with a foul tip strikeout. Another fastball, and Nick Pivetta is letting it eat today. He struck out 3 of the last 4.
2 outs, nobody on for Pete Crow Armstrong. And a swing and a miss and a curve in the dirt. Fermin picks it up, throws to first base to finish the job. And another 2 strikeout inning for Nick Pivetta.
Carson Kelly steps in. 1-0 Padres, second inning.
Kelly with a foul tip strikeout. Another fastball, and Nick Pivetta is letting it eat today. He struck out 3 of the last 4.
2 outs, nobody on for Pete Crow Armstrong. And a swing and a miss and a curve in the dirt. Fermin picks it up, throws to first base to finish the job. And another 2 strikeout inning for Nick Pivetta.
Machado will take his walk. So the leadoff man is on for a second time for San Diego. The first walk of the game.
Jackson Merrill hit a bloop double and scored the game's only run.
There's a bunt laid down by Jackson Merrill. San Diego's small ball is in full effect. Merrill, their franchise center fielder, unselfish play, is second sacrifice bunt of the year.
Padres lead the big leagues in sacrifice bunts. This has been a part of their game the entire season.
Machado at second, 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Xander Bogaerts at the dish. Oh, bouncer to the left of the mound. That could be trouble. Charged by Shaw. Picks it up. Throw to first. Not in time. Broken bone at all. Xander able to beat it out for an infield single. He's 2 for 2. Machado goes to third. And with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning, the Padres have runners on the corners for Ryan O'Hearn.
This ball fisted to shallow center. Swanson makes the catch and throws a lob in plenty of time to the plate to hold Machado. Dansby Swanson robs Ryan O'Hearn for a second time with a runner at third.
What a play by Dansby Swanson. A little looping line drive over the shortstop's head into shallow left center. He went back with his back to the infield and made an amazing catch. Gavin Sheets, the batter. Fly ball, right center field, playable for Suzuki or Crow Armstrong. Pete makes the catch. Inning over. Boyd makes some good pitches, gets out of the jam.
Nick Pivetta with 5 strikeouts through 3. Scary thing for the Cubs lineup right now, Pivetta is mowed down the order with 83% fastballs and just 6 breaking balls through the first 3 innings. Happ strikes out. He tied him up with a right on left sweeper, and Pivetta has punched out 6.
And a ground ball to first base. Arise has it up by his face. A race to the bag, and Luis wins the race. A 1-2-3-4 for Pivetta, who has now put down 11 in a row.
As Padres have their 4th hit, and at just 58 pitches through 4 1/3, that is the end of the Game 1 start for Matthew Boyd. Greg Counsell's going to turn it over to the bullpen and Daniel Palencia early. Tatis takes his first pitch out to Suzuki and right. Fernando is 0 for 3.
2 away. That'll bring up Luis Arise. Arise swings and drills one in the air. Right center, racing over Crow Armstrong, and he makes a running catch. And Palencia does the job for Means, stranded at first.
It's Nick Pivetta, who has been outstanding. 6 strikeouts, just the 1 hit allowed. And he has retired each of the last 11 Cub hitters.
Seiya swings, drills one deep left center field. This is going to tie the game. It's gone. Solo shot to left center by Seiya Suzuki. 1-1 Cubs and Padres here in the 5th.
Pivetta gets this one down in the zone about mid-thigh, and Seiya hit a 2-iron right into the seats in left center. We got a new ball game.
He mashed it 424 feet into the bleachers for Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki had homered in his last 4 games in the regular season. He adds 1 more in the playoffs.
1-1. Here's Carson Kelly.
Kelly with a high drive to center field. Merrill is back. Sheets at the wall. And this one's gone. The Cubs smash out of their slumber with back-to-back home runs in the 5th. Suzuki and Kelly put Chicago in the lead.
Now he gets a pitch to hit. It hits a towering home run that makes it about 2 rows deep. That high fastball, you get the head of the bat out, and he did, and he gives the Cubs the lead. Big swings of the bat here in the 5th.
Everyone at Wrigley Field on their feet. The atmosphere has changed considerably. Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Padres.
Nick Pivetta terrific for 4, trailing in the 5th.
And Nick Pivetta dominated the Cubs through 4 innings with fastballs up in the zone. And now you can see the Cubs starting to make those adjustments.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. So PCA strikes out for the 2nd time. That's number 7 for Pivetta. And the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs lead it 2-1. And Dansby Swanson coming up.
Swanson throws it, and Pivetta's rebounded with back-to-back punch-outs.
Now back-to-back strikeouts after the back-to-back homers. Swings and tips it into Fermin's mitt. Strike 3, and 3 straight strikeouts after the back-to-back home runs.
And Pivetta turns the ball to Adrian Morejon, one of the best left-handed relievers in baseball.
He has been busy too, making his 76th appearance of the year.
Back-to-back singles for the Cubs. Now the Cubs are thinking about adding to their 2-1 lead.
Down to third, Machado snaps one to second. Cronenworth to first. It's a double play. 2 enormous outs for Adrian Morejon.
First and second, nobody out. And a really good pitch at the bottom of the zone. And boy, you hit to Manny Machado, you can forget about it there. 5-4 to 3.
And this is a very important at-bat in this game for Kyle Tucker.
First pitch swinging. Tucker pops it up. Shallow center. Jackson Merrill coming on. He's there, and he's got it to end the inning.
Cubs had a great scoring chance, but it slips away.
San Diego got a scoreless inning out of Adrian Morejon, who stranded a runner at third, and now Mason Miller on the postseason stage for the first time. And there's a fastball. I mean, that's insane.
103.
What do you do with that?
Here's what you do off Mason Miller. You pick one or the other. I don't think as a hitter you can cover both 102, 103 miles an hour and a slider too. So you almost try to sit on one pitch and hope out of the 3 that you get or 4 or 5, maybe he makes a mistake.
2 strikes to Kelly. Have a seat. Back-to-back strikeouts for Miller. The Padres have punched out 11.
2 pitch. Crow Armstrong swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Fermin will pick it up and tag him out as Mason Miller strikes out the side.
Chicago with a 2-1 lead turns to Andrew Kittredge here in the 8th inning.
Valencia was outstanding. Pomeranz, and now the Cubs will turn to their 3rd reliever of the day.
Padres need to do something to change the way this game is going right now.
The 2-2. Strike 3 call. 2 down.
It starts out outside corner, has a little cut to it, and clips the outside corner.
Now the 1-1. Fly ball to center field. Pete Crow Armstrong makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. The bullpen for the Cubs doing an excellent job today. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
2-1 lead for Chicago, and now the former Cub, Jeremiah Estrada, takes over in the 8th.
Dansby lines one to left field, a base hit. Leadoff single, Dansby Swanson. That could be a very big run if the Cubs could score in this inning. Here's a bunt toward first. Arise will glove it and tag. Shaw gets credit for a sacrifice. And the Padres are going to walk Michael Busch.
Here is Nico Horner. Cub fan favorite, 2 for 3 today. Swanson and Busch, the runners, on 0-2. And the dirt gets away from me. Swanson to third, Busch to second. As the Cubs read the dirt ball well for a wild pitch.
Boy, is that a big play for the Cubs.
Horner trying to come through with men at second and third.
Horner center field. Merrill from shallow center. Swanson back to the bag at third. Merrill's throw home off the mound. Cubs extend the lead on a sacrifice fly from Horner, and it's 3-1 Chicago.
That's what you call understanding the situation. You can see Nico Horner, he wasn't going to do a whole lot to this. He knew the runner was at third base, less than 2 out. He just wanted to shorten his swing. He just jabbed at it. That's understanding the situation.
Big insurance run for the Cubs here in the 8th.
Top of the 9th at Wrigley. Cubs with a 3-1 lead over the Padres.
Brad Keller ready to go to work.
With Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, and Xander Bogaerts, the heart of the San Diego order. 2 up in the 9th. A little ground ball to short. Swanson's been flawless. He still is. Cubs bullpen today. Valencia perfect through an inning and 2/3. Pomeranz perfect in the 7th. Kittredge perfect in the 8th.
Here's Jackson Merrill.
Fly ball to center, Jackson Merrill. Crow Armstrong in front of the ivy for out number 2.
And now Xander Bogaerts will try and reach base any way he can. to keep this thing going, but now 13 in a row retired by the Cub bullpen.
Seventh pitch from Keller. Struck him out looking. Keller closes the door, and the Cubs claim the opener.
A magnificent performance by the Chicago bullpen. They retire all 14 batters that they face, and the back-to-back homers by Suzuki and Kelly in the bottom of the fifth turn out to be enough.
As the Cubs win Game 1 in front of a remarkable crowd here at Wrigley Field.